So we are here to provide a reference for Castile Construction because we had a really great experience with them on our beautiful new deck.
So initially, Forrest was recommended to us by a friend of ours who used him to redo her bathroom.
She converted her house to a bed and breakfast and had gone through many contractors before finding someone really good and competent. So it was a very heartfelt recommendation that we got.
Yeah, so we met with Forrest, and he kind of gave us an idea of how he goes about working on a project like this. And he starts off by doing a kind of a design phase and looked at the space and kind of threw out a couple of ideas. And ultimately, he came up with something really good for the space. It really opened things up.
But it was a collaborative process.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'd come over and show us what he'd sketched up after our first conversation, and then we'd walk out here and talk about it, and then one of us would have an idea, and we really he gave the creative process the time and attention to really optimize the plan before work got started.
Right, definitely.
The budget. So we were able to set this is our maximum budget that we can afford, and then he worked within those constraints. So there was not going to be a situation where we were wondering if we were paying people to, hang out on a break, and he was not going to keep coming back to us saying, oh, this other thing came up, oh, this other thing came up. So it sort of just relieved this element that you normally get working with people. We just knew that they were doing the job, and they knew that they were going to get paid, and it just progressed very nicely.
Right. Everything was as expected. It's a set price. It's all in a nice tidy package, and it's not going to be any more or any less, no matter.
Well, so for example, we found some rot. They found rot that we were not expecting when we did. So that, of course, was an additional cost, but they handled the situation really well, like immediately letting us know, we found this, and Forrest met with us to discuss the different ways that you could address something like that, and gave us time to think about it, and answered all of our questions that we came up with later on, and we found the best way to move forward with making the repairs. And we were just really well informed in our decision making process.
Yeah. And during the what?
Communication.
Yeah, and so during the construction phase, all of the people doing the work were really respectful and nice and knowledgeable. The project coordinator, JP, worked with us on a daily basis. He would give us a call and let us know where things were at and give us updates on the day, how everything was progressing, and just the communication in general was really on point.
So we had a young child here taking naps every day, and we were able to coordinate the needs of our home and family with this project. The crew, everyone was very respectful. Why don't you just grab her swing? The crew was very respectful. They cleaned up. They kept the space as clean and safe for us to use, and they were really communicative about things that might be really loud or what was going to be happening that day, so that we could sort of plan our days accordingly. Really could not. I've never worked with people that were so nice and respectful, and really just respected the fact that we were living here through this project.
So after the project was finished, the follow-up has been really great. The gate was a little funky. The latch that we decided on, we kind of figured that it wasn't the best fit for coming and going, so all we had to do was talk to JP, the project manager, or Forrest, and it wasn't an issue, and they totally dealt with it after the project.
They were available for follow-up as we actually used the space and came to understand our needs. So that was lovely. So for all those reasons, we would absolutely recommend them. We have been recommending them. If we have any future projects, we will absolutely be working with them, because it just sort of blew our previous experiences with contractors out of the water, and we won't go back.
Ditto.